Crown Act has failed at the state level multiple times, but now the state's capital city is implementing its own Crown Act. The act protects against discrimination on race-based hairstyles. As WKYT's Chad Hedrick explains, Frankfort is the third city to adopt the ordinance.
It's legislation and what advocates call protection that only 2 other Kentucky cities have passed.
We're fighting for the color of our skin. We're fighting for our hair.
Just Louisville and Covington have passed Crown Act legislation protecting everyone from all cultures from discrimination based on their hairstyle. There is nothing on the books statewide. Legislation at the state level has died multiple times.
I had an afro growing up until 13, so I was discriminated by my hair there. Here, it's just big hair, don't care for me.
City Commissioner Patricia Waldridge led the mission for Frankfort, passing the ordinance.
And I'm super excited about being able to hopefully get other cities on board with us and showing that we are the capital city and we will lead Kentucky.
Waldridge says there had been emails from citizens with pushback. One man even addressing the commission before they voted.
I don't think it's necessary for several reasons. One, it only refers to the black population. It doesn't say anything about the white population. It doesn't say anything about the native Indians.
Commissioners say there is no mention in the law of specific ethnic backgrounds. They say the whereas section does mention the black community as an example.
Natural origin, I think that's pushing the envelope. As most people, not most people, but a lot of people are born here in America. The other thing is it says nothing about the Muslims. So I think it's something that you all need to reconsider or maybe reconstruct.
However, the commission unanimously passed the ordinance just minutes later.
This is America, and we are a melting pot of many, many cultures, and we have to take pride in that.
In Frankfort, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Republican State Senator Whitney Westerfield filed bipartisan support for the Crown Act this legislative session. However, it was never heard on the Senate floor.